come on in. Today I'm going to show you a brand new 2023 Newmar Dutch Star diesel pusher, floor plan 3736. This is a big deal because it has been redesigned for 2023. So you're going to notice a lot of different things that they've done this year, new design features and a few more options. Let's get started and take a look around. We have a great new couch here with little feet on it. That's new this year. We've got ottomans. And directly across we have our jackknife sofa. For those of you who aren't familiar with these Newmars, we have a televator, so the TV goes up with the push of a button. And it can go away when you just want the sunlight in. I love that they do that feature. We also have Bose sound bars throughout the coach. You might notice the new tile floors. I love this year. They're not too shiny. In the past they were very shiny and the dogs would slip and hate them and you'd have to lay rugs down. These are newly done. They have a really beautiful wood look, but they also aren't too slippery. They've got some grip to them. So I love that Newmar has really thought this out and done some great changes. Coming into the kitchen area, we have our convection microwave oven. That means that you can bake and crisp in here. And it's really a good size as well. Lots of storage nooks and crannies. We've got a fantastic fan overhead for any exhaust that you make while you're cooking. I know I do a lot of that. Burning my food. And over here, just as before, we have the induction cooktop that can be taken out. So on the opposite side of these nice covers, we have cutting boards. These are all solid surface countertops. Nice big kitchen window. Really makes a big difference in the lighting of the coach. But here's that induction cooktop I was telling you about. So what's so great about this is you can take it outside and cook. This coach doesn't have any propane on it. So those of you who like to plug in a little barbecue grill outside, that's not an option on this coach unless you bring your own source of fuel. But you can always take this induction cooktop outside, plug it in one of the bay doors or basement in the basement, and just cook right out there. So if you have something that's going to make a lot of smoke or just you want to be outside cooking, you can absolutely do that in this coach. This is the drawer that most people get overwhelmed by because it's full of remotes. Lots and lots of remotes, but don't worry, we'll teach you how to use them all. There's a purpose for all of them. This one right here is the MCD. That's the shades. And one of the great features this coach has is power shades throughout. So these are the night shades. I just hit the button for them all to go down at once. So when it's bedtime, you just have to hit a button and then you're ready to get into bed. We also have day shades available. So if you just wanted a little bit of privacy and maybe for it not to be so bright, that's another option for you in here. So brand new for 2023, we have a farm sink in our Dutch Star. They've also changed to a darker chrome color. It's a little bit more on trend right now. But look at this awesome farm sink. It does have a divider, but it's nice and deep, so you can really get your pots and pans washed in here, or your puppy, whatever it is that you need to do in there. We also happen to have a dishwasher on this coach, but Newmar's also included a place to put your trash and recycle and a pull-out here. And another pull-out on this side. And then under here we have a place that you can put your covers for your kitchen sink or your stovetop, and that'll keep them from rattling around. This is that dishwasher I was telling you about. There's a little trick to it now. You used to be able to pull it open, but I think I needed to turn it on first. Looks like we're not going to get that one open today. It's very easy to do normally. I just didn't get prepared for that, so forgive me. Over here, this is brand new for 2023 as well. For one thing, you'll notice these giant windows here, but this table, I've never seen anything like it before in a Newmar or any other product. So what this does is it's going to pull out like this, so you can use it out here like this, or you can spin it. So if you wanted to have a little bit narrower place to sit, you can put your chairs on either side, and it's a lot longer for your guests. There are also 2 fold-up chairs under the bed that I'll show you in a minute. So kind of a funny table, can go any which way. Then we have this beautiful Whirlpool residential refrigerator with water in the door. And we've got, of course, an ice maker in the bottom here. Lots of space to keep things. This coach is also equipped with an outside fridge freezer, and I'll show you that when we go outside, but plenty of room to put all your things, including milk jugs. These are really, really deep. So you could definitely fit milk jugs and things like that in here. We also have a nice pantry here with full extension pull-out drawers. These are adjustable as well, so if you needed to remove one because you needed a higher amount of space, you can definitely do that here. And then they lock into place, as you just saw. So right here we have our half bath. So this coach is 37 feet 10 inches, and we do have a bath and a half. So it's really nice that you have a place for your guests, or a place when you're traveling with your slides in. You can still use this bathroom here with all new sinks and features and things like that here too. They did a great job with the aesthetics of this coach. Now out here in the hall, this is brand new this year as well. So we have a touch screen where we can control our generator, our floor heat, fans, our heating and cooling systems, and the lights throughout the coach. So I can turn my wall lights on, I can turn all the lights off or on here, and then each room individually as well as outside. Here's your generator where you can set up the running time if you want it to come on at a certain time of day, or if your coach gets to a certain temperature so you can turn the air conditioning on, things like that. And then here you can check all your power. How are my batteries doing? Really nice to have everything in one place. You're not looking around for little switches or having to run to the front of the coach to find the thermostat, etc. So this is new and really, really nice, sleek looking. We also have a central vacuum here with a kick plate. So that's where you would sweep and it would suck away any debris that you had gathered, or you can use the hoses here, just like a regular vacuum. Into the master bedroom here, redesigned headboard, cabinetry, and fabric. Everything is new this year in the Dutch Star. We also have new artwork. They did a really nice job. We have a Sleep Number mattress here and a little bit of storage under the bed. And these are those extra chairs I was mentioning earlier. Great place to put your bedding, extra things that you don't need access to all the time. Every little bit counts in a motorhome. Of course, we have your dresser storage over here, a little bit of hanging room, lots of drawers. That one's for your audio-visual equipment, for your TV. And then we have these great deep drawers that you can put all kinds of different things in. This comes out really far, so you can get into it really well since it's tucked under a little bit. And another hanging closet. The floors are heated in this coach, and you can do that zonally. So you can do 3 different places. So if you're just hanging out in the kitchen, you can definitely heat the floors in that area, or to heat up the bathroom floors in the morning when you're just getting up. It's really nice to have that available. Back here is the full bath. So we have a redesigned shower here with a really nice tile. They've added that darker chrome look to everything rather than the stainless steel. And a fold-down shower seat has been added to this unit. Over here we have a larger hanging closet for your longer items. And we also have a safe in there. They've added this really nice deep medicine cabinet. It's a little bit bigger than it was in years past. You might be able to see I can get pretty far in there. It's very, very deep, and an outlet in here and room for both his and hers items. We've kept the nice arched ceiling in here, the cathedral ceiling. Adds some headroom. It also makes it just feel more residential. And over here we have your Splendide washer and dryer. Back here, this is your emergency exit door. This is great in case of an emergency. It opens up quite easily and has a ladder that can drop down, so if you needed to get out in a hurry, this is the way to do it. In years past, we would have to squeeze through a little bitty window and jump, and it just wasn't a great situation. So Newmar has added these doors to most every coach in the last several years, and it's made a big difference, I believe. We of course have another fantastic fan in here. And then throughout, you'll notice that the ceiling has been redone as well. So Newmar doesn't have the plastic vents all over the ceiling for your air conditioning to come out. They do a much more polished look, which is these ceilings that you see here. Now your air conditioning intake and output does come out of those vents, but it just looks a lot prettier than having plastic all over the ceiling. I think we can take a look at the front area now. I'll close this door for noise. But one thing that Newmar does that I like to point out, because I don't know of anyone else that does this, the passenger has this for their view and that for their view. Most coaches have a screen here because this, of course, is going to be your screen door. But Newmar makes it so it's retractable, so you have a nice view while traveling and also have the functionality of a screen when you are parked. I love that. Both of these seats are heated and powered. We also have footrests. They turn around so you can add more seating area to your living room. And then the passenger has a little table workstation here. They also have their own light, a control for the step cover, and a visor control button for this right here in case the sun's getting in their eyes. And then they have a cell phone charger here, USB port, and plug-ins right behind them. So they are well equipped to take a long road trip and be comfortable in this coach. Coming over to the driver's area, we have a lot of the same standard features: the HWH computerized hydraulic leveling, heated and powered side mirrors, ATC override. Your toll window here has been redesigned. It's a little sleeker. And let me turn this on so we can get it to work here. There we go. So this is your toll window, so you don't have to get out if you need to pay a toll, if you need a little fresh air. So one of the biggest things that's been added here is the 360 camera system, which has been an option all along, and it is still an option, but now you have the ability to change it around. So looking at this screen here, this is the 360 view. It's a little skewed because I have slides out here, but you can see all the way around your coach all the time. Now, if I want to change my view, I'm able to do that really, really easily on the fly here. And this wasn't so easy in the past, but this is all new. They've also added lines to your backup camera so you know how much distance you have available. So really great feature. Another thing we have on here is the mobile eye system. That is a on-guard collision avoidance system. And what that's going to do, it'll actually vibrate your chair when you are getting out of your lane or if you're too close to the person in front of you. So great safety feature. I wish all motorhomes had this because sometimes when you're driving for 8 hours, you get a little tired and aren't as alert as you maybe should be. So it's good to have a little wake up there. This is pretty much the same here. We have the Freightliner glass dash with the touch button here so you can change what you're looking at. If I wanted to change, for example, my steering effort, that's going to change the amount of resistance I'm getting on the steering wheel here. I can do that quite easily here, just up or down. This also is going to help, this is your comfort drive system, so it's going to help keep you straight on the road if there are a lot of divots or if it's a very windy day. That's going to take over for you and help it to be a little safer drive and a lot more comfortable drive for that matter. There's other things you can check here, your fuel economy, your mobile eye, tire pressure. We do have tire pressure monitoring systems here standard now. But just lots of different options. This just goes on and on and on of all the things that you can select. Diagnostics is a big one. So if there's something going wrong, you can check it out here and see what you need to do to fix the problem. Over here, this is the same as last year, but we have your transmission here on your column. This is just drive, neutral, reverse, and we have a manual or automatic function for you if you like to have a little more control. Of course, it'll shift automatically for you. We also have engine brake, high, medium, low, and off, which is great. I like to keep mine on high because I don't like to use the brakes if at all possible. So that's where I like to sit, but you do what you like. Another thing that was added this year is Apple Carplay. That was not an option in the past, so nice to have that. And we also have navigation. We have Sirius XM radio capability. Then over here, we of course have the buttons for the visors, so you can do that without looking away when you're driving, and in the front as well. Overhead fans, high, medium, and low for those. Those really are for defrosting or for if you're having a hot flash, I suppose. So here we can also start our generator. We can unlock the entry door and turn your air horn on or off. So why would you want that? Well, when you're in a parking lot, you're not going to want a really loud horn for the most part. You're just going to want to say, hey, I'm here, get out of my way. On the freeway, though, you're going to need an air horn to have people take notice. So that's why you have the option of just a little horn or the very loud semi-truck sounding horn. I think we're ready to go outside. I'm going to pull the slides in so you can see what it looks like closed up. Before I do that, though, I'm going to need to set these ottomans out of the way. I have to say, these are lighter than last year, too. A little bit easier on my back to get up and put away. Oops. That's okay. So this driver's side slide, because it's so long, it's a hydraulic slide. So you'll notice it lifts up and comes in. It also has a different sound to it than the other slide outs have. The smaller slides don't need to utilize this big of a power They use the cogwheel slide system that they've always used in the Newmar products, and they work great. They are very reliable, but they have a different sound and they work a little differently. This cogwheel system's coming in right now, and then I'll do the kitchen last. So you might want to see when the slide is in the back here, the bed actually does touch the dresser drawers, but you can still utilize the bed or the back bathroom. You just have to climb over the bed to get to it. There's not walking room at the end, as some people think. They actually do touch, but you can still get into your hanging closet and your back bathroom as well. All right, last one, and then we can check out the outside. So when closed up, this has quite a bit of walking room. Just to give you a little bit of a gauge, you've got a little bit wider than this pillow here to get through. So it's really easy to get back to the kitchen, get back to the bathroom, etc. You may have noticed when we were coming in that there is a doorbell. Also on that same handlebar, we have a programmable code that you can put in to lock or unlock the doors or the basement doors. They can be separate. We also have an over-the-door awning here and 2 full-length awnings here on top of the coach as well. We have dual fuel fill for diesel here. It'll save you time at the pump. And this is your Dometic fridge freezer that I was explaining to you earlier. So you've got a lot more storage out here for maybe some frozen goods, or if you want to have this as your outdoor beverage center, you can do that as well. And you can set the temperature separately for either side. Outside we have a beautiful Samsung TV, another Bose soundbar, and you can connect your music via Bluetooth to the Bose soundbar out here. A nice pull-out storage tray here. That's going to give you a lot of extra space in the middle of the coach where you can't really reach. They actually included extra floor tiles for you as well. And you'll notice that everything in this basement has a really nice, like a carpeting or a wool type feel to it. That's to keep the vibration, noise to a minimum, also to keep your items safer during travel. And this is really, really a big deal. Those of you who are familiar with Newmar products, they've always had a really, really tight seal on the basement doors, which meant you had to slam them pretty hard to get them closed. They can be a little bit finicky, is the word I'm going to use. You really have to use some serious force to get them closed. This year, they redid the system on the seals here, and they found a way to make it really easy. So I can close this just by doing that. I'm not hurting my shoulder or my wrist trying to slam it over and over. I'm so happy they figured that out for us. Now behind here is a water tank, so there's not a lot of usable space, but they decided to make it a good place to put extra depth containers or your tools, whatever it is you need to keep outside. So it's a great little place for that. And here we have a good deep amount of storage. This is also where the vacuum hoses are stored, as well as where you would clean out the filter for the vacuum. We of course have a beautiful full body paint. Newmar doesn't do anything but full body paint, so you can't even get a decal package if you wanted it. But they do such a fine job on them. Another little storage place here for you. And back here we have your chassis disconnect and chassis batteries for you. Now on this coach, we're again at 37 feet 10 inches, but we have a 450 horsepower Cummins engine. So this thing drives like a dream. I drove it over here just this morning and it was fantastic. You can see that we have a side radiator here, so you have access to all of these fluids and things that you need to check, your filters, etc., on your engine compartment. Why is that a big deal? Well, one, you can check it yourself. Two, when it does need to be worked on by a professional, they don't have to take off the radiator to get to it. So that's a really nice thing to have here. We also happen to have 10,000 pounds towing capacity here. And the front and rear caps are redesigned this year, so they are looking really sharp. This is where you would put your DEF fluid. And right next to it, there's just a handy little compartment that you could put your black hose in. It just keeps it a lot more hygienic, keeping everything separate, fresh water and your black hose. Oops, there we go. Then over here we have your 50 amp, 50 foot long power cord, and it is on a power retract reel. This is just going to save you so much struggle when you're getting ready to go. Just push a button and it'll rewind that for you. Now we also have that on our water hose, and I'll show you that in just a moment. But we have a surge guard, a surge protector with a transfer switch in here. In our water bay, they did a really nice stainless steel with etching in it so that won't fade away over time. You can always know where everything is. We have an outdoor shower, really nice looking. We have a macerator and a whole house water filter here. And this is that power rewind water hose I was telling you about. So again, just a push of a button and that gets put away and you're not covered in mud. So for the hot water system, we have the Oasis Chinook hydronic heating system. This is going to provide a tankless water heater, so unlimited hot water. Also, this will be the heat for the coach. So you have heat pumps in your air conditioning units, you have a heated floor, and you also have this hydronic heating system that will provide a nice moist heat for the coach. This is a really great upgrade to have on a coach. And some of you aren't as familiar with the Oasis brand. It's cleaner burning and less maintenance than some of the other brands. A little bit more storage on this side here. And then we have our Lithionics lithium package with a 2800 watt inverter. That's going to get you pretty far as power goes. There also was the option of solar added to this coach. So if you're concerned about not having propane and you're going to be out boondocking a lot, this coach is very, very capable of handling your power needs. We have an 8 kilowatt generator up front here. Solar that's going to be trickle charging those lithium ion batteries. Over here, we just have your, fuses and things like that, but also the place that you open the hood for the generator. And that's why I had it open. I wanted to open the generator compartment so I could show that to you this morning. Oh, it got closed. I'll just open it back up for you. All right. So easy to do. So in here, as I was saying, here's your Cummins Onan generator. We've got our air horns back here, a hot water line to the generator, and what that's going to do is help to clean off the bugs on your windshield. It melts it because it's hot, so it really helps, does a lot better job than just the squeegee would do. So once again, this unit is available right now. It came from the Newmar introductory show of the year. So every year they have a show where they introduce the new things and the new options that are going to be available, etc. And this one we just happened to get from that show. So it's the first off the line of the 2023s. If you have any questions about this one or any other Dutch Stars, we have several that we can order at this point, as well as the full line of Newmar products all the way up to King Air. So if you need anything as far as specs, if you need an order form or just want to talk about some of these things, please give me a call or email me. I'm Teresa Crawley at transwest.com.